y'all doing? It's Craig here again. This is going to be a fairly short video, just kind of an update on a Farmertec 372 build that I done a couple years ago. So we'll start with the 372 clone here. So we'll come to it. Let me get you turned around. This is going to kind of be shaky. Doing this with my hand today. So here it is. I don't want to turn it up because there's a bunch of bar oil laying down in there. But this is the 365, 371, 372, whatever you want to call it. This particular build does have the big bore on it. Does have some port work. You can go back and look at the video. But anyway, I was cutting some wood with it the other day. I hope this kind of shows up in the video. See how like kind of like rusted brown that chain is? That's where that chain got hot. It got hot because there was no bar oil going to it. The bar oil was pouring out the bottom here, all around here, instead of getting out onto the chain. What had happened, the adjuster down here, that's your volume adjuster for your oil pump right there. Turn it right clockwise to slow it down, turn it counterclockwise to increase the volume. That somehow the spring let go, that holds that detent spring that holds that in place, and that screw had backed almost all the way out. And in turns, the plunger that's inside this pump right here, that is operated by the worm gear here, that's driven by your clutch. As it's being turned by this worm gear, it's spinning that plunger rod in there, in this housing right here. And on this end, where that adjuster goes up in, that adjuster has a point on the top of it. And the back of that plunger rod is cut at an angle. So as it spins, that's actually what creates the movement of the pump to pump the oil in and out. It doesn't pump by rotation. It pumps by basic movement created by the RPMs of the engine, that plunger being turned by the worm gear, and riding back here on the point of that adjustment needle. That is what allows the movement and the extent of the movement, which basically sucks your oil out of the tank and then pumps it up through your line here and up into your transfer passage into your bar. I've already had this off and I tried to fix it, and this is what I wound up with after it was fixed. It's still not oiling properly, and the oil is still running out in places that it shouldn't be running out of. So I'm assuming that this is junk. It's probably ruined itself. So I had another oil pump. This is a brand new oil pump. It's not been used. Again, it is another Husqvarna or a Farmertec pump that I had laying around. Being this is a complete as supplied build, everything in this saw, bearings, wrist pin, crank bearings, rings, piston, cylinder, everything that come in the box is how you see this saw built. There's nothing on here that I put onto this saw that was aftermarket or OE.